What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome to another DC animated movie universe news and update video. I just wanted to bring this one to your attention because this is something that actually is an article from a few weeks back. I never really did any sort of covering on it, but I wanted to bring it up to everyone's attention. Now, a lot of people have been asking me in all the videos I've done, like some DC animated movie universe news, and they're wondering, like, hey, is this the end of the universe? Are going to lead to something new? But I came across this article because I was looking up stuff to see what I can find, and I got this information too, teasing the future of DC animated movies. So this article goes as follows. I'll leave a link in the description, and it hints that the DCAMU might continue going forward because the Flash travels through time, and in essence creates another Flashpoint. But this kind of hints at the fact that we might get more set within that universe. So let's go ahead and read the comment from the screenwriter. So last week, the digital release of Justice League Dark Apocalypse Tomorrow marked the conclusion of the DC animated movie universe as we come to know it. But even though the phase of the DCMU is coming to an end, it sounds like there are big animated projects on the horizon, which screenwriter Ernie Altbacker hinted at during a recent interview with Comic Book Resource. So you can click that one too. I think that the way we ended it, it's really tough, like a balancing act, said Altbacker. It ends something on a bittersweet yet hopeful note. And I'll just say, people are saying, oh man, we're not going to get any more of these. You're not losing something. You're gaining something new. So based on that information there, and the fact that I've seen in other interviews too, where they've talked about the movie, if the movies are successful, like this movie's been very successful from what I've gathered so far. I mean, the reaction to it's been very positive. They've gotten a lot of reactions to. A lot of people are talking about, especially since everybody's at home during quarantine. There's not really so many movie selections, and a lot of people have been talking about Apocalypse more so than any film that DC animation has done in the last several years. I think the most last talked about one they did was Killing Joke, but then again, Killing Joke had a lot of controversy around that one and a lot of negative reactions toward this one. But this one's been mostly positive for the most part. Reviews and like audience scores are pretty big on this one so far. So I think what that's hinting at, again, like there's no official confirmation with this thing, but I think what it's hinting at is we are going to get something in regards to the Flash going through time. We're going to get some sort of follow-up to that. That's at least what I'm gathering from it, because that note is just like something like the universe is ending, and we're most likely going to get like DC Rebirth next. There has to be some sort of new continuity. Like, I mean, they've kind of even kind of during the watch-alongs that like they've hinted that like, hey, if these do well, then you'll most likely get more. Since this thing I think has been viewed as a pretty good success. I mean, like I said, a lot of people have been watching it, checking it out. I have a good feeling that this isn't the last of this particular universe that we've seen. I think the Flash is going to travel through time. I think that'll lead to, I don't know how far back he's going to go. It might be 2 years, it might be 10 years. But I think that'll in essence lead to DC Rebirth in some form or another. But again, like I said, this is all up in the air at this point. Nothing is officially confirmed yet. But based on the information that we have here, I think it's a pretty safe bet that we're going to get DC Rebirth soon with these movies. So, yeah, I just want to bring this quick attention to everybody. Again, this came out a few weeks ago. I'm not sure if anybody's read this thing, but it's kind of hinting that there are more things to come and that we may not have necessarily seen the last of this particular universe. So again, we'll just have to wait and see. Comic-Con is just around the corner, and that's when DC announces their next slate of films. We have Superman Man of Tomorrow that's coming up. That's a different style of animation, and I don't necessarily think that's going to be this whole new universe that they're talking about. But I don't exactly know what DC's going to do, because AT&T is going to like obviously change things up, and they had to end this universe so they could probably start a fresh one. But since this was a very successful movie, I have a feeling that we're going to get more in regards to something tied to this continuity, because like Flashpoint is still technically canon. I mean, obviously the timeline changed, but the events prior to like this new 52 universe did happen. So I have a feeling that this storyline and this ending are going to tie into something down the road. Again, this is the end of this particular universe, which means that like this timeline is over per se. But if they reboot and go back in time and change things, that means it's the start of a new timeline and like technically a new universe per se. But again, this is just all like speculation at this point. I have a feeling that they're going to have to follow up on the ending of Apocalypse War at some points or another. We'll see what happens. We'll see how soon it takes for them to get there. But I think it's inevitably going to happen at some point. But anyways, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think of this quote? Like, again, you're not getting any more of these. You're not losing something. You're gaining something new. Could this perhaps be a new universe? Only time will tell. But again, since I haven't done one of these news and updates videos for quite a while, I'm just hinting that, again, if these are successful enough and if the studio demands it, I think we might get some more stuff. Again, I don't know for sure, but I think this is this is a hint that there's more things to come, and I think it'll have to tie into this particular movie. So, yep, again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. You never know. It could continue, it could not, but that is kind of a hint at things to come. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. Post your comments down below. I left a link in the description so you can go ahead and read this article. Hit that bell for notifications, subscribe for more content, and yeah, thank you so much to everybody who's watching this thing. As soon as more news drops, because like I said, Comic-Con's just around the corner, and that's usually when DC announces their next slate of animated movies. Once that happens, then I'll go ahead and talk about the announcement of that slate. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. As always, take care now, bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.